Well, hey, baseball fans, we're out here in San Marcos, Texas today. Baseball tournament is a 14U Open tournament, National Championship Series hosting it. And we've got the Tribe in the blue and gray, and they are the home team, be fielding first. And they're playing the Canes, who have a bunch of teams. This is the Southwest Canes, the black 14U team. They'll be in the classic yellow and black. And Ian Carruthers, the right-hander, starting things for the Tribe. And he is back from a arm break earlier in the season. He's a couple games in at this point, and so he had been chomping to bits to get going. Now he is, and it's a pretty day. Sunshine, no clouds in the sky, right at 70 degrees. We got a good one. We'll be back in a minute. Number 18 for the Canes, a lefty, is going to lead off. Steps into the box. Hank Pruka playing first base. Roel Vargas on second. Deuce Brown in the shortstop position. And Teo Avalle on third base. Jacob Mathis catching. And he's sure gloved back behind the plate. First pitch in for a swinging strike from Ian. A good way to start. Pitch number 2 is in the dirt for a ball. 1-1 pitch from the windup is low. Two 2-1 from Carruthers. And outside ball 3. Batter way ahead. Ian throws with that classic straight arm. And you can recognize his throw from a long way off. Unique to his style. 3-1 pitch. Smacked hard to right field. Cohen trying to track it. Can't get there. It's short in front of him. And he collects it. And the leadoff is on for a single. Number 22 for the Canes, a right-hander. Toes on the line. Anticipates the first pitch of his at-bat. And it is a low ball. And the base runner steals second. And no effort to try to get him as the jump was clean. Number 22, a big kid, north of 5'10", it looks like. And Ian will step off the rubber and look the base runner back to 2. One-0 from the stretch. Low. Pass, gets past Jacob, and the base runner easily gets to 3. And the Canes have their first man 90 feet away for their first score, potentially. 2-0, high. .30 the count. From the stretch, in for a strike, got him swinging. And Carruthers trying to climb back in this one. Light breeze in Ian's face, and this pitch is outside for a walk. And runners on the corners for the Canes. Number 15 in the 3-hole for the Canes. And a low pitch just below the knees for ball 1 as the runner takes 2. 1-0 stretch. On its way. And smack down third base. Teo can't grab it. It's fair. And it'll score 1 run. And it'll hold the runner at 2 as the action was around third base. Unlucky. Teo had his glove there but just couldn't collect it. Sun right in his eyes as well. Not sure if that had anything to do with it or not. But the hit's good for a 1-0 lead. Single RBI. Runners on 1 and 2 as 34, the left-hander, steps in the box with his toes on the line, and he'll let this outside pitch go. Outfielders may have shifted a hair to the right to get ready for a left-handed swing here as he takes one and clips the ball. 11 the count. From the stretch, inside. 2-1 from Ian. Still looking for his first series here to get 2 strikes on a batter. Comes set and delivers. High. 2-1 outside. Great grab by Mathis. Excuse me, it was 3-1. Walked him. And number 3 behind the plate. Perhaps saving some extra bases being taken with that long arm reach. And Coach Brown's going to come have a chat with his pitcher, and we'll be back after this. the infield meeting. Number 5, the lefty, steps in the box as the 5th batter up and takes a strike looking there. And the chat seemed to pay off after Ian's first pitch coming hot in the zone. Outfielders, Isaac Yamas at left field, Cohen Ball center, and Demetrius Perry, DJ, right field. Hadn't seen much action besides the one leadoff shot to right field as that ball is outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. And just upstairs for the second ball. 21 with bases loaded. Outside pitch. 3-1 from Carruthers, and it's a strike. And like that, the count is now full. Tribe looking for their first out of the ball game here. And it's a crank to right field. DJ will have a chance at it. And he's got it. And we'll throw it to his cutoff. Home is going to be taken now. They're going to fire that way. Jacob couldn't quite get it, and it'll send the base runners on each a base. And so Carruthers might have had a chance to get behind Jacob, anticipating that throw to home. Instead, he dodged it. He nods his head to Coach Brown, saying he understands. Unlucky turn of events there. 1 out, but another run scored. So 3-0 here in the top of the first as the right-hander steps in, let the inside low pitch go by him. Number 7, the first of the Canes players who's average 14-year-old size, if you ask me. Everybody's been close to 6 foot so far. And a swinging strike there, 1-1 now. Pitch number 3 in the count, 1-1. Clipped for a foul ball. Batter hit the top of the baseball, driving it down. And the first 1-2 count Ian's seen today, and evens things up 2-2. 22 from the windup. And a shot to third base. Teo can't field it clean. And then trying to get the out at 3. And figured that the distance there would be shorter than trying to get the one at first. But he's being reprimanded for that. And it scores an RBI. So an error on the defense there with the fumbled up ball. 4-0. And a high pitch for a ball there. 1 out. And a low pitch. 7 gets on second, no problem. Number 3, the right-hander. High pitch, lays off of it for another ball. Batter way ahead, no strikes in the count. 3-0 pitch. In for a strike there as the batter watches that one go by. 3-0, still a hitter's count as Ian steps off to look the second base leadoff. And Roel over there trying to hold him on as he looked a couple times. 30 the count, outside. Walks that batter to load the bases. Right-handed batter, the colorful Nikes in the box. Low pitch there. Nobody hurt as Mathis continues to be a wall. Still top of the first. Big lead from second. And a shot's going to be foul. Just barely missed on the ball there. 1-1 from the windup. And another foul ball the opposite direction to third base this time. Number 95. A little late, then a little early. 1-2 from the windup. And inside to even things at 22. 2-2 is a strike 3 strikeout for the second out of the inning. And Ian having his best series there. Number 14, the right-hander in the box now for his first at bat. And a big lead from second as Deuce comes over to cover the base this time. Carruthers going to try to throw it and get him, and it's close, but he's back to the bag. 4 runs for the Canes. Bases loaded. And First pitch is in for a strike. Found the edge of the plate on the inside seam. And 14 learning the parameters of the ump strike zone now. 0-1 on its way, high. In comes Seth from the stretch, and a foul ball there. And the batter has 2 strikes now. So Ian and the Tribe 1 strike away from getting out of the top of the first here. And he has it right there, and that ends the inning. Carruthers coming through in clutch timing, and the Tribe have 4 runs they need to make up as we go to the bottom of the first. Two balls, 1 strike the count. And 2 shakes of the head and finally a nod from the pitcher as he releases another one, but Cohen swung at it. Looked like it was going to be low again. And a little help from the batter. So 22 the count. And this one is hit down third base line. Cohen going to try to run this one out, but can't get there to the 90-foot base, and the first out is on the card. So 1 down is Deuce Brown, the number 2 batter, watches a strike go by. Shade from the light tower right on the batter's box. And Deuce gets one, just foul by about a foot. Next pitch is a changeup for a strikeout. Got him on the slow ball. And unlucky, first 2 batters is 2 outs for the Tribe. And a correction on the scorecard, I had said 4 runs scored in the first inning by the Canes, but the Game Changer app says only 3, so looks like 3-0 the score. As Peruka, number 41, the right-hander, steps in the box for his first at-bat and swings at a ball he needed to swing at, but couldn't find it for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, and low, and a lot of drop balls from behind home plate so far, but it hadn't hurt him because there's not been anybody on base. Next pitch on its way, and there's another changeup, and it got Hank with the missed timing. 2 strikes on him. 1-2 from the windup. On its way low, and Hank holds off. Always a little more thinking involved when you've got 2 strikes in your protection mode, but still have the sense to lay off a bad pitch, which is what Hank did there. And this one gets him for the strikeout and ending the inning rather. No runs scored, nobody left on. We'll go to the next. Top of 2 as Carruthers stays on the mound for the Tribe. Number 9, the left-hander, steps into the box to lead off the bottom of the second. And opens up with a pop to short. Deuce trying to track it and gets it as he falls. How about the athleticism from number 11, making the first out on the first hit. Number 27, right-handed batter, climbs into the box for his first outing, and it's a wild pitch, high and inside. Nobody on, so nobody hurt, but a ball 1. And a little infield change for the Tribe this inning as Noah goes to first base, and Isaac Yamas goes to second, J-Matt to third, and Deuce stays at short. 1-0 pitch coming up as Ian wipes his hand on his pants. It's a breezy day, so probably not a lot of sweat sticking. Foul ball, left side, just over the bleachers of third base. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, and a high pitch that he chased upstairs for the second strike. 1-2 from the windup, on its way, high and outside, looking for a little changeup action there. Couldn't find the plate. From the windup, Ian delivers in the strike zone right at us, hit our left toe, except there's a backboard in the way, so thankful for that. 22 the count, and a hit there, Ian, off his glove. Isaac gonna have a chance to make it, and does. He kind of second glanced his glove for a second after he got it, making sure he had it, but with the long base path, no problem, and 2 outs made. 18, wide open stance, a lefty, first hit bat from the windup, high pitch, and I don't know how it didn't hit the batter. Must have come right behind his back. 1-0 pitch, inside again. So with 2 balls in the same place, Ian will work to make the adjustment. And he does there, and it's a shot back to second base. Good field by Yamas, and a throw to first to end the inning. We'll go to the next. I said in the inning, I meant in the top of the second. Here we are in the bottom of the second, and Noah Joyner, the leadoff in this bottom of the second, watches the first strike come in. First at bat for Joyner today, wearing number 12, and a high fastball misses for ball 1. 1-1 from the windup, and it's in the strike zone. No strike called. Not sure where that missed at. Must have been outside a hair. 21 the count, on its way low, and Noah takes it, and it drops before second base can get it. And the first man aboard today for the Tribe is Noah Joyner. Carruthers been doing the pitching duties. Up next, the right-hander. And for the first time today, a pass ball could be detrimental for the Canes defense. Strike 1 swinging from Carruthers. Pitcher checks Joyner at 1. 0-1 pitch. And Ian takes his second swing. Noah trying to get there, unhook the tank, and the throw is not there in time. Noah standing up gets on second. So 2 swinging strikes on Ian, and Joyner on 2. Protection mode for the batter now as it's a pitcher's count. And a high pop fly there. Second base will have a chance to make it. Noah will stick on the base to tag, and the out is recorded. So 1 out with 1 man on 2 as J-Matt steps into the box. A power hitter in his own right, a right-hander. And the ball is in the dirt. He wisely holds off of that one. 1-0 pitch from the stretch. On its way. And bat never reached the ball as J-Matt took the swing. 1-1 stretch is just upstairs. It was close. J-Matt checked the swing, and it paid off that time. 21 is in for a second strike. And now in the batter's mind, the strike zone gets a little bit wider as you got to protect a little more here with 2 strikes, but not that much, as the low pitch is obvious for J-Matt to make the decision to hold the bat. So one of the rare times today we've had a full count, but that's the case here as 22 loads up and takes a swing to strike out. It was high, and head came out a bit perhaps as the catcher Jacob comes up to bat. So 2 outs, still a 3-0 advantage Canes here in the bottom of the second as Mathis, number 3, the right-hander, up at the plate. And they're going to try to get Noah at 2. And no need to get on the ground as he toe taps the bag safe. So Mathis awaiting his first pitch after the pickoff attempt. And he'll get a chance this time, and it's low and outside, wise for Mathis to hold. Long check from the pitcher over behind him at second, but decides to come home with it, and it's a strike. And it would have been a good one for Mathis to pull the trigger on. 1-1 pitch from the stretch. And it's going to be a pickoff attempt again. And same result as the first. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. And a swinging strike there. Noah trying to get to third. And he does so without sliding. His forte is certainly not getting on the ground, but it's paid off for him to stay standing up as he's around to third. So 1-2 the count. Tribe needing an RBI here in a bad way, and they got a guy 90 feet away that could do it. And a strike three, strikeout to end the inning. And that's how this bottom of the second wraps up. One guy left on, and we'll be at the top of the third next. So pitching change here in the top of the third for the Tribe has Peruka slinging with his right arm on the mound. And a high pop fly right over your head right here, guys. Oh, almost got your back. And foul ball just to my side, but nobody gets hit, and we're okay for the second. So besides the top of the first, and that first half of the Canes lineup, it's been pretty much a pitcher's duel, but I believe we're back to the top now for the Canes, and an inside pitch, it looks like, for the leadoff batter. 1-1 from the windup. Peruka delivers outside low and short. Not sure that's what he had in mind when he let go of that one. A little bit of an infielder lineup change as J-Matt goes to 1. Vargas stays at 2. Deuce still at short, and Teo still at third. Mathis still catching. And the 1-1 wind-up pitch here on its way. And it's high over the head of Mathis, one of the few that have reached the fence on a pass ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. And outside pitch for ball 3. So ball 4 as it was. Walks the batter. 1 on as the next guy up. And he's a tall one. I would have thought that would have been in the strike zone, but apparently too high. 1-0 pitch from Hank. Looked like a strike again, but can't get any love as the batter steals 2. Mathis tries to throw it to tag him, but no luck. So runner on second for the Canes. And this one's in for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. And just outside for the third ball. Hank checks the lead over at second and delivers home, and it's smashed foul. High pitch, and stayed high, trying to get him on a changeup, and walks the second batter of the inning. So once again, the top of this Canes lineup proving productive. Guys on 1 and 2, and a strike looking is the result of the first pitch for number 34, the left-handed batter. 0-1 from the stretch on its way, and a big smash there right to second base. Get a chance to make the double play. There's 1 at 2, and there's 1 at 1, and they get the double. And a productive defensive effort for the Tribe. So certainly the highlight reel spot so far in the game for the Tribe occurring just then. Next batter holds off the outside high pitch. He's number 5, another left-hander. Runner on third, scoring position for the Canes. Inside pitch, and it's passed, and it'll send him home. Hank will try to cover, but it'll be too late, and a head first slides the result to score the 4th run of the ballgame. So 20 to count, and this is in, and it's a big shot to right field. DJ doesn't make it. It goes over his head. It'll bounce all the way to the fence, and he'll triple the runner, I think. Cut off man hit. He'll turn and fire, and all the way to 3, and they'll have a chance. But they didn't get it. They body block it. That's Teo at the bag. And the runner with a triple, showing some firepower. A nod from Hank on the mound, says he likes it, and he throws a strike in the zone, looking to number 7 to start 0-1. From the stretch, homecoming, and it's smashed to third. It's going to drop fair. It's a great shot. Left field's going to have to get it. It RBIs the run, and they'll go to shortstop to hold the runner on first, and more productive hitting for the Canes. So 2 runs scored so far on 2 outs as Hank looks the first base runner back to the bag. Right-hander in the box now. And a steal to second happening. A strike there, the result. Runner advances, but number 3's got 1 on him. And Hank tries to get him at 2, but Roel, the second baseman, not covering the bag in time, and so no pickoff attempt made. Hank checks him again, comes home with it. It's high, and Jacob makes sure he doesn't get to third by looking that direction. 1-1 from the stretch, high, and stays either high or inside, doesn't drop in time for the second ball. 21 from the stretch, stays high upstairs as well for the third ball, and the hitter has his choosiness at his availability.
What are you doing?
Hank comes set, delivers in the dirt for a walk, and Jacob behind you. and Mathis couldn't find it for a second there. Runner gets to third, and the Canes have guys on the corners. So new batter, a right-hander, second time up today. And Hank jumps off the mound to look one, doesn't deliver, and no action. Comes home with it now, and a high foul ball. It'll drop just inside the fence, I think. Nope, just outside the fence. But the heads up shouts protect the audience, nobody hurt, and one strike on 95. Hank comes home and finds the strike zone for the second strike on the batter, and the Tribe just need one more strike. Runners now on 2 and 3. And an outside pitch. Batter doesn't help him, and it's a ball. High pitch there, and that's a full count now. Correction, just 22 the count. Thought there was another ball in there somewhere. And a strikeout there on the changeup. Got it to drop. How about that? He'd been trying that all inning and couldn't get one to connect, and he finally does. And 2 runs scored. 5-0. Tribe offense needing to do some work here. 27 stays on the mound here in the bottom of the third for the Canes as Roel Vargas, number 7, the right-hander, up for the first time today and waits on an outside pitch. Tribe lineup has not gone all the way through yet, and the Canes, of course, is about 1.5 times through. The difference in 5 runs. And a late shot there off the TP and on to the next field from Roel for strike 1. 1-1 windup. On its way, and the same result, foul ball, and it drops inside of one of the warm-up areas. So a little late consistently on the trigger pulling from Roel, and he fouls that one to stay alive, driving it into the ground. So Roel trying to catch up to the fast balls here. And strike 3, dropped it in. Just as I said that, here comes the changeup, and it tricked number 7 for the first out. Mateo Avalle, the third baseman, for the first time today, also plays some catcher and lays off the low outside pitch for ball 1. 1-0 to Teo, and a strike looking there. From the windup, 1-1. And got it on the changeup. That's 2 changeups in a row that have been productive for 27. 1-2. High outside. 27 from the windup. Throws strike 3, and that'll end Teo's outing. And the second out on the card as Isaac Llamas, number 20, the left fielder, steps up. First at bat here for Isaac is just upstairs, maybe just inside. 1-0 to 20 is high again. Good patience from the batter. 2-0 pitch this time finds the strike zone just above the knees of Llamas, and he's looking at a 21 coming up. 2-1 on its way, and maybe just outside the edge of the plate. I've seen that called a strike plenty of times from plenty of umps, but not today and not this time. So Isaac way ahead here, can be a little choosy, but not there, and he puts a bat on a ball right to third base, and the throw is made on a reach for the third out. No run scored once again for the Tribe as we go to the top of 4. So top of 4, Peruka opens up with an inside pitch, makes 14. Dodge it, didn't want to wear that one. A strike swinging there from Hank. 1-1, wind up, and trying to change things up, but couldn't even get it there as it drops just shy of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike on 14, and outside for the third. 3-1 the count, and a smash to third base, and Ian trying to reach for it, can't. And Isaac, the left fielder, can't grab the ball, tries 3 times. And finally it's thrown in to short, or stop. And a guy on base for the Canes. That may be Roel playing in that left field spot. A little lay down there from 9, and not made. Noah could not make the grab. There may have been a collision there from the runner with the glove, but that's what I think Noah's saying is he bumped my glove. Runners on 1 and 2 for the Canes. It's a little chatter from the umpire. I don't know if it was a lineup change or what. Didn't catch it all in this wind. It's not a stiff wind, but it's breezy enough, and the plate's a good distance away, so pass balls could be dangerous on a field like this one, though we hadn't seen penalize too many people there. A ball to number 6, the right-hander. Runners on 1 and 2. Tribe looking for an out. Inside pitch. 2 balls, no strikes, and this one's outside for the 3rd ball. 3-0 from the stretch is in for a strike looking, and Hanks found it that time. 3-1 the count, and the ball stays just high to walk the batter and load the bases. Number 18, can recognize him with that wide open stance, and takes the first pitch, and it's in for a strike 1. Hank throwing from the windup, and it's low, and nobody advances as Mathis blocks the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a smash to right field, right to DJ, and he makes the grab and fires it in, and nobody scores because DJ makes a fantastic play at right field. So back to the top of the lineup for the Canes for the 3rd time today. 1 out, bases loaded, 5-0, and an inside pitch to start things on 22. 1-0, smashed foul, crack of the bat. The pitch on that bat almost sounds like it's wooden. And a change up there, can't find the strike zone. Next pitch on its way, and must have been just high. Just 1 strike on the batter. And 2 strikes now. That looked like it could have been outside, certainly what 22 was thinking. Seems like I've seen that be a ball today, but hard to tell from our angle and our depth. 2 strikes. And this one's going to be fair. Line drive hit to left field. It'll RBI 1. 2 runs, they're going home. No, it'll hold the 2nd run off. And so just 1 run scored, but a good RBI single there. 6-0 is a right-handed batter, steps into the box and watches the first strike drop in off speed. 0-1 from Hank. And this time it's hit down third base. Ian will step for the force, get the 2nd out. It'll RBI 1 run. 7-0, and the Tribe just need 1 more. Number 34, the lefty, no shift from center field this time. Don't know if that's on purpose. Now he's shifting. And foul ball high outside the fence. No, it bounced on the top of the fence. Couldn't do that twice if he tried. Ian was tracking it. 1 strike the count. And Hank from the stretch delivers strike 2. 0-2 stretch to 34. And he's going to be able to hit this one, a towering fly ball right to DJ. And he can end the inning with the grab, and he misses it. And it'll RBI the run. Taking it to 8, unlucky there. So all 200 pounds, the number 5, the left-hander, steps into the box. 3rd time today, takes the first pitch right to Noah at first base, who steps on the bag for the force out. 3 runs scored in the inning, 8-0. A couple of guys stranded, and we'll go to the bottom of 4. So pitching change for the Canes is number 9, Paul, the left-hander. He's an ex-teammate of the Tribe a couple years ago, actually. And he is throwing to DJ, who's up for the first time today here in the bottom of the 4th. And a foul ball there. 1-1 the count, and a high ball for ball 2. Strike zone continues to be pretty narrow with this umpire, which is probably very accurate, actually. Just not a lot of room for the guys to miss, but he doesn't miss there inside, and DJ's got his second strike. 1-2 pitch from Paul is inside low, and I have fallen asleep for a couple pitches. The count's full. And strike 3 dropped. He's got to go to first, but they should have no problem. I say that, they airmail the ball, and DJ safe on 1. And so he dodges the would-be out and gets on. So the Tribe wrapping to the top of the lineup for the first time today. Cohen ball number 2, the right-hander, and Paul's going to try to pick DJ off. And he dives back to the bag. Safe. And the ball's passed. DJ needs to get up and sprint. And he will. And he will stay on 2, and the error goes to the Canes. So Cohen still waiting on his first pitch from the right-hander, Paul. And he takes one and sends it left field, and it drops fair behind left field. Cohen's got a stand-up double. DJ's coming home. He's going to have to get down the plate. He's going to be made at the plate, and he does. Cohen will go 3 with the pass ball. Paul backed up in a triple now. The result of Cohen's second at bat. So the first run on the scoreboard from Cohen's RBI. Deuce Brown up, lays off the outside pitch, and Cohen's going to come on home and won't even have to slide. Comes up standing for the second run for the Tribe as they're starting to find a little offense. One ball. And outside again as the ball knocks on the wood in front of my toes. 2 balls, no strikes. And Deuce swings at the third pitch, missing for strike 1. And this one's contacted, a good gap spot for Deuce. And he will round 1, take a look, and hold there. And with Peruka up, there's a guy on. And just as we start things here, time is called. Peruka steps out. Brown gives instructions to the batter. And pulls back the bunt. Pass ball. And Deuce will come on to 3. And a late throw by the catcher will hold Deuce on. And a guy in scoring position. So 2 runs scored so far in the bottom of the 4th, no outs, and another pass ball will send Deuce home for the 3rd run of the inning. So a second baseman substitution for the Canes here in the middle of Hank's at bat, and a foul ball tipped there. From the windup, Paul delivers outside, stopped by the catcher that time. Still a 5-run advantage for the guys in yellow, and there's going to be a catching substitution. That's why the second baseman sub was made earlier. 3-1 the count, and foul ball behind us, heads up, and it drops in the middle of the complex, and Hank's got 2 on him. Full count for 41 as Paul from the windup delivers, and a high shot to center field. Center field gets under it, and no problem there as the out is made clean. And Noah Joyner will step into the box. So too many pass balls for the Canes brings in a new catcher, number 7. And first pitch to Joyner on its way. And it is it's just above the knee of Noah for the first strike. And a changeup off speed from Paul that time, as he's got a gas speed and an off-change ball there that caused 12 some problems. Next pitch was low and a check swing from Noah, and he talks the umpire into a ball. Joyner loads up and watches strike 3 for the second out of the inning. Canes just need 1 more. Ian Carruthers, the right-hander, up for the second time today, takes one, and it is foul just by an inch. It looked like it might ride that line for a minute, but climbed outside the base path just before it went to third, and Ian's got a strike 1. One strike the count. Paul from the windup, and it's a shot to shortstop from Ian. He's going to have to try to run this one out, but won't get there in time, and the inning is ended. We go to the top of the fifth, 8-3. Well, I continue to give the Canes an extra run, I suppose. Scorecard and Game Changer has it at 7-3. Hank stays on the mound, and a foul ball from number 7, who came in to catch last inning, the result of that first pitch. And Ian's at left field. I'd earlier mentioned that it might be Roel in place of Isaac, but it looks like it's Ian, and it probably was the whole time. Second pitch is also a strike, and Hank comes out firing. 2 strikes from the windup. And this time, a shot there gets past Roel at second. Cohen will collect it and throw it in. A single, the result. Number 3, the right-hander, up for the Canes. And he lays off the first one, a steal to second, and a throw, but not there in time. Runner on 2 for the Canes. And Hank's going to try to get him. Roel puts the tag down, but the right hand safe on the base. Coach Brown telling Roel to hold the tag on him until he gets up in case he gets off the base. Inside pitch, and Jacob thought about firing that one as the base runner was nearly halfway between second and third. Runner on 2 for the Canes. Hank comes home with it, and it's low for a ball, nobody hurt. Coach Brown arguing that he didn't pull the bat back and it stayed square. It should have been a strike, but a ball called. Number 3 showing bunt again. It's outside. It's ball 4, and he walks. So a lineup change made. 21 in, and a twin brother, it looks like, on deck behind him, batting consecutive. Bunt showed, pulled back, and a ball called. Next pitch, and that's a strike. 1-1 from the stretch. And bunted down, connects with it, and Hank trying to make the play, but there's no first baseman as J-Matt raced up to cover the bunt himself. So runners advance as the bases are loaded as number 14, the right-hander, steps up. Inside pitch, he lets go. 1-0 as Hank steps off the mound temporarily. Resets, delivers home, and it's a strike in the bottom half of the strike zone. 1-1 pitch. Swinging strike for the second one. And a high shot. J-Matt should have a chance at this one. He's moving over to it, and he makes the out. And here comes somebody home, but there's no... Was that third out? Guess not. J-Matt, I guess, or excuse me, Jacob thought that maybe it was a third out situation. He was tracking the ball himself, but wasn't in place, and the run scores. So runners on the corners now with a run scored as Paul, number 9, Gieslin, steps up and lays a bunt down himself. And Hank will try to make the out at 1, and it's a pass ball. It'll score the third base runner and advance the others. In fact, it'll score 2. Taking the score to 10 runs for the Canes, and the bleeding ensuing here for the Tribe. So some successful bunting, the story here in the top of the 5th, as the right-hander steps into the box, swinging at the first pitch. Maybe a little off-speed from Hank for strike 1. Gieslin on third for the Canes. Inside pitch, ball 2. Excuse me, ball 1. 1-1 the count. And a shot right back to Hank. And he chokes on what he wants to do with it. Still got the out. And then the throw back home, not in time, scores the 11th run. Hank drops to his knees. Blue checking if he's okay. It looked awkward. 2 outs on the card, but another run scored. So a little corrective pep talk from Coach to J-Matt on first base, saying make that out and then fire straight away home. And a little hesitation and double clutching plaguing the Tribe defense here as the pitch to 18 is inside for a ball. Wide open stance for 18 is his classic way, and 2 balls in a row, both in the same spot inside. 20, the batter's count, and a fourth spot was a walk. That was a ball behind. I don't think Hank could throw 3 in the same spot just like that if he tried. So a 4th at bat here for the leadoff for the Canes, back up. And he takes a swing at a slow pitch and advances the first base runner to 2 for the first strike. Hank looks the second base runner back to the bag. 0-1 pitch on its way, and it stays outside. 1-1 the count, and it's cranked to left field, and couldn't be grabbed by Ian, who was tracking it. Cohen throws to the cutoff. It'll score the run. RBI single, the result. 12-3 as Wyatt, batting in the 2-hole, takes one right to Noah, third base. Routine out can be made here to end the inning, and a good stretch from 22 as he does the splits to get out of the top of the 5th. So Gieslin stays on the mound. I clearly can't count. I keep giving an extra run to the Canes. Scorecard only has it 11 runs, so we'll go with that. Gieslin fires a strike to start things off. J-Matt, the right-hander, up for the second time today. In comparison, this is only the second time through the lineup for the Tribe. Canes have been through already 4 times now. And an outside pitch that time as J-Matt holds off for 1-1. 1-1 from the windup. And a check swing inside upstairs for ball 2. 2-1 delivered from Paul. This one is outside low and a hitter's count as J-Matt's way ahead. So not the most formidable offensive output for the Tribe. J-Matt trying to change that here, and he fouls one back right at our faces, and it's a full count. 32 and a foul. Well, I say foul, it's going to be foul. And catcher trying to move and track it. He can't get there in time. Both first base and catcher lost their head coverings that looked better, but they couldn't get there in time, and J-Matt stays alive. 3-2 from the windup. And it's right back to Paul. J-Matt went downstairs to get that one. Could have held off and probably got a walk, but having to be selective on what's going to be called today. And the first out recorded. Number 3, Jacob, the catcher, up at bat. And a strike. Almost looked like a breaking ball from Paul that time. Pitch number 2 is taken for a ride right up the alley by Jacob, and he'll single on 1. Number 7, Vargas, the second baseman, puts his toes on the line as he steps in the box for his second at bat. Paul trying to pick off first base runner. Dives back to the bag safe. From the stretch. Throw is, and the out is made. A great trigger pull from number 7, the catcher. Good low throw. And 2 outs now down. So Coach Brown saying a bigger lead could have resulted in a safe play at second. Not the case. And barely a high pitch there. Gieslin outside. Good reach from catch. Inside pitch, and it is ball 4 for Vargas, and he's on base with a rare walk today. 2 outs as Paul tries to close things out. This is likely the last inning. He's trying to pick off the base runner again, and it was close. And Vargas safe back at the bag. Canes coaching staff hollering to Paul on the mound, saying he'll call that if he wants that done. Paul comes home with it for a strike on a breaking ball, it looked like again. Could be my imagination, just a fastball, but it looks like there's a little movement on it. And this time they're trying to get him again at first, but to no avail. So a long at bat here for Teo. I say long at bat, most of it's because of the pickoff attempts. From the stretch, Paul comes home and it's a hit to shortstop. And a fumble by the ball, and so the routine out cannot be made. Safe on 1 is the result. And shortstop just bobbled it for a minute, guys on 1 and 2. So running on contact are the instructions for the Tribe. Guys on 1 and 2 with 2 outs. Yamas steps up and a balk the call. Runners will advance a base. Paul just didn't step off the rubber as he turned his shoulders, and guys in scoring position now for the Tribe. Isaac still looking for his first pitch attempt, and he'll get it here, and it's a strike. 8-run margin on 2 outs, and an outside pitch stopped by 7 for a ball. Inside pitch, but Isaac decides to take it for a ride. It's foul right to the third base dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Canes just need 1 more strike to end the game. And it's a foul ball there. Catcher moving to try to get it, and he drops it. It hit his glove. Maybe the only thing he could have done different was flip that mask and get a better visual. He was close, and he arrived in time, but no luck. So 1 ball, 2 strike as Isaac stays alive. From the stretch, outside pitch. It's a pass ball, but not enough pass that Teo can come home. Excuse me, it would be Vargas on third that would be coming home. Teo on 2. Isaac at the plate, and a high shot. This will go right to the infield. Second base makes the grab, and that's the ball game. 11-3, Canes win this one, and we'll see you guys next time